Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world, it's the world famous podcast you've come to love and you love to know, and you know to love and you love to love. It's the biggest problem in the universe. Yes. Yes. Uninspired tech. The chat is mad at my music choices. What's wrong with my music? My music's great. My cat was shut up. Let's do a real intro. Ladies and gentlemen, from all around the world, boys and girls, and constellation, it's the biggest problem in the universe. We're the show that touches every problem in the universe. From rape to whistles, from wedding your thistle. I did not prepare a rhyme. It's the biggest problem. The biggest problem in the universe. Okay, guys, it's really hot. I don't know how the audio is. Let me turn off the fan. There we go. Well, guys, as you may have noticed, we're here doing the biggest problem in the universe. And who is missing? Of course, Dick Masterson. Big Hollywood Masterson off on another trek around the globe, leaving us here, leaving me to run the show myself. Now, can't hear me over the music. How about now? How do we sound? You know what? Who's going to help me with my sound real quick is Carl from Who Are These Podcasts?
Vito Diswaldi, what is happening, my friend? Good to see you.
I'm screwing this up from the get-go because
You're killing it.
How's my audio sound? Does it sound okay?
You sound fantastic. People are fucking with you. Don't listen to that.
Yeah, they always do that. Well, Carl, we're going to have a host of exciting guests tonight. We're going to have the fans of the show calling in. Because what we like to do on these special call-in shows is check in with our audience, check in with our fans, check in with past guests, and let people hit us with what is going on in their life. What is their biggest problem in the universe? What do you think about that, Carl?
I love it. You know, normally I think the listeners should listen and not talk, but since Dick isn't here, that's probably a good change of pace. Now, are people watching this on YouTube right now? Because I'm not seeing any comments coming through. People in the private chat are saying maybe, okay, now we're back on. Okay.
I'm seeing a live show. Should be good.
Great.
Should be happening.
Yeah, all right. So, okay. Vito, I have to tell you, I'm proud of you. You're doing this without Dick Masterson, who really, let's be honest, he runs the show.
Wow.
You're just along for the ride. But here you are. You're doing this. You're making it happen, even in his absence. That's amazing. And Vito, I think I brought a problem. Do you want to talk about problems? What are we doing?
I would, Carl. I'm really excited to have you here and to be kicking us off. I'm going to ask you the question I'm going to ask everybody tonight. Carl, from Who Are These Podcasts, what is the biggest problem in the universe?
Now, I was on this show before, as you know.
Yeah.
And I brought social media. And I think I'm still the number one winner with this. It's been proven.
I'm very upset that you brought in social media. I think it is too broad a topic, but sure.
I mean, think about these NPC streamers now on TikTok. I'm proven right over and over again that the biggest problem in the universe is social media. So many examples. Elon Musk, for some reason, changed Twitter to X. I mean, this is a problem. These are all problems.
These are problems.
But I think maybe I brought an even bigger problem today for you, Vito, because I was just out with my wife. We were having some dinner, and we were at a sports bar. Now, if you're not familiar, a sports bar, what they do there is they serve you food and drinks, and they have sports on TV. Yeah,
I don't
me
like
too.
that.
I know you're not a big sports guy. I know you're not.
Tell me more about this food and drink.
All right, well,
more of my speed.
The cheeseburger had bacon on it. You wouldn't believe it. It was amazing.
All right.
How you doing with the weight loss contest, Vito?
You know what? I've this week, 4 out of the 5 days, I have done 30 minutes of cardio. I have been lifting a little bit.
That's all you need. That's all you got to do. It doesn't have to be every day. You just got to make it a regular routine. That's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into a routine, and I think we got. I think I'm in like a manic state or something. Suddenly, I have energy. I'm hoping it doesn't leave me. I'm hoping the exercise is helping.
Well, you look great.
Sure. We go to the sports bar, Carl.
I'm at the sports bar, and I'm having dinner and having a beverage. And what's on the television? What's on all the televisions? Women's soccer. The Women's World Cup is the biggest problem in the universe, and I'll tell you why, Vito.
Women's World Cup first. Problem on the board. Carl, why? Let us know.
Okay. And this is going to be a hot take, I know, because I actually am a soccer fan. I played soccer in high school. I went to Europe and played soccer. I'm a fan of the sport, and people think that women's soccer is good. And it is the opposite of that. It's funny because everyone knows basketball. So they look at the WNBA, they go, oh, these women suck at this. This is terrible. And they're right. But then they watch soccer, they go, yeah, but women are good at soccer. No, they most certainly are not. It's terrible. It's to the point where if you got the best 16-year-old men in the country playing any of these women's World Cup teams, they would destroy them. It wouldn't even be a game. And yet we're supposed to sit here and watch this thing as if this is actual sports. And this is what really pissed me off, Vito. Yeah. I know you're not an ESPN guy, but ESPN has gone all woke. So
I've heard this.
Yeah, so I'm watching the Women's World Cup over here, which is unwatchable. And then, okay, good, there's a TV in front of me. I can look at that TV. Guess what they're playing? They're playing softball. And it's not like college softball. It's not adult women. I'm talking about tweens. These girls are probably 13, 14 years old playing softball.
Oh,
They can't make routine plays in the infield. Like, what are we watching here? Why is this on ESPN? It's on ESPN. Not ESPN 7, ESPN.
Yeah.
I'm watching softball. This is insane.
The only like children's sports that I go, all right, it's like when they do the Little League championships. I'm like, sure. But mostly I don't want to watch children playing sports. Definitely not women.
Right.
The worst of both worlds.
I'll tell you the one time that I enjoy children playing sports. I go to a lot of hockey games. And we have a minor league team here in Rochester, the Rochester Americans. And what they'll do is they'll trot out the little kids between periods.
Yeah, what do they call them? The Pee-wee. I remember this was a thing in Massachusetts too. It was a big hockey town.
Oh yeah. You're from the
Mighty
Northeast.
Mites. They would bring out the Mighty Mites at halftime. Yeah,
you're from the Northeast, not halftime, but between periods. But you're close.
Sure,
it's pretty good for you.
Between periods, okay.
I'll give it to you.
Fair enough.
So the kids come out and they can barely skate and they can't stick handle and they fall all over the place. It's hilarious. And by the way, that's the only reason why I can get my wife to go to these games is just to watch these kids fall on their faces.
Kids fall down.
She loves it.
Hurt.
She loves it. She's like, get the popcorn. Let's go.
Good entertainment. We know this.
Right.
America's, what do you call it? Funniest Home Videos made an entire 10 seasons out of it.
Kids on a slippery surface, sign me up. I'm there. I'm all for it. But women playing soccer? Vito.
Nothing there. Yeah.
All right, you're not a sports fan. You're not in the world of sports.
I'll watch a sports game. I just don't follow it,
Right.
religion.
But this is why I'm setting it up this way. I want to ask you, have you heard about the Women's World Cup? Do you know what's happening right now?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because it's everywhere.
I think I saw the only reason I know about it is I think I saw a bunch of petulant American athletes refusing to stand for the national anthem or something. And I think it was the women's soccer team, and everyone was pissed about it. I'm like, yeah, but it's women's soccer, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's the other thing, too, is that we're supposed to applaud this team because they fought for equal pay. The women make the same amount of money as the men. And this is the thing about equal pay, as you know, Vito.
Yeah.
Equal pay for equal work. These women suck at soccer.
Wow.
So they should probably make way less than the men who are good at soccer.
Hey, we just got rid of affirmative action. Shouldn't we revisit this soccer payment issue? I feel like they got grandfathered in. That's unfair.
I agree with you, sir. I think we should let the Asians into Harvard, and we should cut the pay of the women's soccer team. That's how I think, but I'm a conservative. What do I know?
Women's soccer, biggest problem in the universe. Carl, I think you might win. I think you could win. I'm going to get Dick to put all these problems up this time. Everyone will be able to vote at biggestproblem.show. And Carl, I know you just finally had your fateful meeting with Stuttering John.
Yeah.
Where can people check that out? I know that's been a match in the making for years now.
That is on our Patreon, patreon.com/Who Are These Podcasts. I got John on for about 70 minutes, and it was amazing. We had a full-on debate, argument, you might say.
Yeah.
But by the end of it, we pulled out the acoustic guitars.
It became a jam session.
No, it's so funny because
the power of shitty acoustic guitar brings everybody together.
Now, Kevin Brennan is busting my balls about this. He's like, "Oh, I thought Carl was all pissed at John, and now they're playing guitars together. They're all BFFs." I was goofing on John. He wrote the worst song I've ever heard in my life. He was trying to come up with a song off the cuff. So I was watching a show, and I go, all right, it's a C to a G to a D to an A. Okay, I got this. So I went on, I'm like, John, I heard that song that you were doing. I started playing it with him because I was goofing on him because it sucks. That was the point.
It's a good bit. Why is everybody over analyzes what's going on? Like, oh, now Carl's sucking up. Now Carl's. I was listening to the whole thing with you and was it Kevin Brennan trying to destroy the interview or whatever else? It was very.
Oh shit, Vito, you're up to speed on this. Holy shit!
This is when I was working out today on my exercise bike. I put on the WATP drama breakdowns to know what's going on. I wasn't
expecting any of this. You were working out. You know about me and Kevin Brennan. This is I wasn't prepared for this.
To listen to. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying your show is the best show. It's just I got nothing else. And
I wasn't saying that, Vito. What the fuck? Where did that come from? I wasn't saying that either. I was just happy that you were paying attention.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. Well, Carl, from Who Are These Podcasts? Everybody, please subscribe to Who Are These Podcasts on YouTube. Find them on Patreon. Biggest problem in the universe. Once again, give it to me, Carl.
Women's World Cup Soccer.
Women's World Cup Soccer. Thanks for being with us. Wow, what a great guest, guys. And that's just some of the great guests you can find here on Biggest Problem in the Universe. Don't forget, Carl has appeared on previous shows. A great guest. We love to have him. And there's been other great guests on this show as well. For those of you wondering, we will be opening the chat line up to regular callers. You will be able to call in. But right now, I want to bring in another classic face, good friend of mine, and one who I think is very relevant to a current movie that maybe some of you have seen, Oppenheimer. Dr. Kevin is here. Kevin!
How's it going, Vito?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I have not. You have seen Oppenheimer, I assume.
I saw it the day before it came out. Yeah, in Hollywood.
Did they give you like any extra? Did they give you early access to that?
No. I saw it though. There were a lot of other people who worked on the movie there, but it wasn't early. I signed up for it like
the Thursday preview screening. Was that it?
It wasn't a pre-screen. It's just, the Grumman Theater, the Chinese theater in Hollywood. They will always show the biggest movie like a night before. So I sat there waiting for the tickets to go on sale, and then I got my tickets for like rows.
Everybody in America is fighting over Taylor Swift tickets and the latest Jordans. Yeah. Dr. Kevin is frantically trying to get access to the movie about nuclear bombs.
Yeah, I love that movie because I worked in Los Alamos, so it's like I've seen his house. I've seen some of the sets that those are.
What did you do in Los Alamos?
Well, it's classified. No, it's not classified. Actually, I didn't work on anything that had to do with classified stuff. A lot of people I know do, but I do fundamental
or something.
No, I do fundamental neutron research. So it's related to the stuff that that they work on.
Yeah,
it's not specifically aimed at one particular thing. It's just advancing fundamental research.
And is that area just like irradiated? So there's like interesting metals to pick up or whatever.
Oh yeah. I grew like an extra dick just being there. So
you don't have to walk around with a Geiger counter, do you? Or like is it really still irradiated there?
I have to walk around with a dosimeter, but that's because of the building I work in. There's a proton accelerator, and that itself poses a little bit of radiation danger if it were to what we call a spill, if it were to miss aim. But it's totally safe. I mean, it's
okay.
One of the things that happens when you're a nuclear physicist, you get actually very unscared of nuclear radiation. Like once you see a bomb go off, that's like in the thousands of gigacuries range of radiation. Whereas I work with things that are in the nanocuries to microcuries, so a billion times lower. So it doesn't matter. It's like being scared of like a little match car when it's like when you normally work with like jet airplanes going over you. So
what's interesting, I don't know if we ever asked you about this. I think Dick on a previous episode brought in Marie Curie, claiming that she stole all her husband's accomplishments, that he was the real workhorse. How does the scientific community actually think about Marie Curie?
I think she did a pretty good job. I mean, they worked together. They worked together.
Vote it down. Dick's problem was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how much they stole from each other, but I mean, I think they were a pretty good team. I don't think husbands and wives actually should normally do research together in general. But
it is a weird situation
for other reasons. I mean, not because of the science part. It's just not. First of all, it makes everyone around them uncomfortable, and it's just not good for the relationship, I guess. So.
And I do have to ask, since I have not seen Oppenheimer, how was Oppenheimer?
Well, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. Like,
but
just a great movie?
Yeah, really, really good movie. It's certainly not on the family-pleasing entertainment end, like the way Barbie movie was, which is why Barbie movie's winning in the
I liked the Barbie movie, but I don't know how long the Barbie movie was. Oppenheimer's like 3 hours, right?
I love now we know which one you went to. You made your choice. I see how it is.
Well, Oppenheimer, I was like, I don't know, man. It seems like it's gonna be long and slow. I kind of want to watch it it
was very long.
Yeah.
I want to get it. Even towards the end, I would say even the end was slightly too long in my opinion.
See, that's the kind of thing I want to watch it like a miniseries. I want to watch like an hour at a time or 45 minutes at a time, slowly go through it. I have trouble just sitting through those long, arty movies.
It was long enough, just enough that it's gonna really clean up at the Oscars. So Nolan was, instead of going for the box office money, he was going for the Oscar money. And you gotta, this is how Hollywood works. You got to do one or the other. You don't get to just You don't dip your toes.
I don't know.
In
Barbie might win some Oscars. They might like.
Ryan Gosling will probably win Best Actor.
Or he's going to win Best Original Song to I'm Ken. Like easy money. All right. Well, Kevin, this is, of course, the biggest problem in the universe, which means I have a question for you. We'll see if you have an answer. What is the biggest problem in the universe?
Okay, well, I think I made the mistake last time of making my problem I got too much into my head, too much my theoretical physicist thing.
You're getting too in your head now.
Yeah.
You're doing it again.
I'm doing it again. I wanted it to be a little bit more reasonable. So
don't metagame the show. Just go from your heart.
I think the biggest problem in the universe right now is the thing that like gym bros are in. You mentioned working out. There's this new drug out called melanotan. I don't know if you've heard it, but I think one of the side effects it has is that if you take too much, melanotan 2 actually will literally turn you black. And so I think the biggest problem in the universe is race-changing drugs.
Wow. It's called melanotan.
Yeah, melanotan
and it makes
2.
You black?
And it makes you black if you take too much of it. We take identity politics
more than a problem. I can think of a lot of ways.
It solves some things, like it makes it easier to get that scholarship, but it also lowers your credit score. It's complicated. You don't just get it for free. You know, like there's
you're gonna have a little. But it has a lot pulled over by the cops. You're not gonna have as good a time.
It has a lot of side effects. Like it doesn't, because it's science messing with nature. It does a lot of weird things, like it'll cause the back of your eyeballs to turn black, and you can sometimes go blind. That's not.
Oh my god! And gym guys are taking this. Why?
Yeah, well, because they want to go to the beach and look like they got a tan, but they don't want to skip leg day. Right? They have stuff to do. They can't be out there.
So it's like a tanning drug?
It's a tanning drug.
It permanently tans you?
Yeah, because it's like it hijacks the system to tell your cells to start making pigment. But the problem is like it just tells all of them to do it. It's basically like steroids for your blackness or something.
Okay, hold on real quick. So can you spell the name of this drug?
Oh god, I suck at spelling. Hold on.
Well, the problem is if I look up melatonin, it keeps looking for melatonin.
Yeah, which is different.
Melatonin change skin color. If anybody in the chat can find, I want to see this.
It's melanotan.
One more time.
anotan. And the newest one is melanotan 2.
Melanotan, beware the Barbie drug.
Yeah, it's called the Barbie drug. So it's relevant to the Barbie movie.
Yeah, it is relevant to the Barbie movie. Wow, you're relevant to 2 movies today.
Probably Ryan Gosling took it before the filming. You don't know.
I want to see if I can find any images of
I'm gonna put the Wikipedia article in the chat for everybody so they can see it. I'll just put that.
Is this nasal tanning? I'm so confused. So people are also apparently using this to tan their noses.
They're using it for all sorts of stuff. Some people are trying to keep it safe, but other people are just full blown saying, this is a whole identity thing. We're like, I identify as LeBron. I'm LeBron now. And this is where we went with identity politics. We first it's like, gender was fluid. Now just everything's fluid. Next, your whole species is going to be fluid right after this,
Love Island generation. Oh, hold on. Let me see. The Love Island generation is taking melanotan 2 instead of going to the tanning bed and then coming out, I guess, looking kind of like this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's the sort of healthier version. But when people go really, if they,
if you go really deep with it, you can end up as an African-American individual.
Yeah.
Wow. Why not just get in the tanning bed? It seems like we have the solution, or get skin bronzer. We have simple solutions. Some of these guys really do just want to be black forever. This guy says he's been injecting it for 10 years. He didn't get too black, though. I don't even see a tan on this guy. I guess results may vary. There's
probably still some how your body reacts. I'm guessing if you can healthily tan, it probably overreacts more. That's because it's not everybody changes.
I can definitely see the tan here. I wish I could find somebody what is this guy's face? Jesus Christ.
Well, I think
the second you can fit a gumball in between your cheekbones, you've done something wrong. I could literally stick a gumball in there and it would just stay right there.
I think this is part of this bigger thing where people just want, they just want science to make some sort of thing that just magically changes them. That's why I think it's the biggest problem. It's not that particular drug, but this whole idea of just like, I'm going to inject something and then suddenly I'm 8 feet taller and I
may have a video here. Let me see if this video is relevant. This claims to be a video of someone who has injected this melanotan. Okay, so that used to be a white individual, and then I think they're definitely getting a lot darker. They're definitely that is a dramatic change, I'm gonna say. All right, guys, is this blackface, Kevin? What do you think?
I think that's a great
Dr.
question.
Kevin, this seems like blackface.
This seems like the ultimate blackface, but
But you almost get away with it because it's a medical condition. Who can tell? You go, look at that. He went from white boy. Okay.
Hey, Robert Downey Jr. did it. And he's about to win Best Supporting Actor in Oppenheimer.
I don't want to try this. I kind of think maybe this is. Do you think I would do better as a black individual? I think I would be good at it.
Really?
I think the black community would be happy to call me one of their own. I think I'd be a great
try it. Let's
addition.
see, man.
All right, race-changing drugs is the biggest problem in the universe. Dr. Kevin, anything to plug? Anything coming up? Just having fun?
I don't, unfortunately. I wish I did. Sorry about that.
At some point, we got to meet up.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out. I know we've been talking.
Yeah, I asked you. I wanted your help with setting up a studio.
Yeah, we're talking about maybe
in a room like
making a little streaming setup in Dr. Kevin's. He's got a property we might convert to something. So that would be cool.
But please follow me at KP Hickerson at Twitter.
Yes, at KP Hickerson,
which is now X or whatever.
Yes, x.com/KP Hickerson. I'll put that in the chat. Thank you for coming by, Kevin. Dr. Kevin, we love having you.
Thanks for having me.
You are a great addition. Wow, so many great past faces are coming by tonight to join us on this historic night. Guys, we're only one episode away from 100 episodes of Biggest Problem in the Universe. Can you believe it? 100 episodes. We'll be doing that hopefully next week. May have some special guests next week as well. We'll see. But another blast from the past. You may remember he's been on the show. He hosted our first ever live show. Owner and proprietor of the world famous Wrigley's Comedy Chew. It's the great Stephen Torres.
Hey, what's up, Vito? How you doing?
Dick still cannot get over the fact that you vomited right before our show. He, for some reason, I go, hey, we should go. We should talk to Stephen, get Stephen back on the show. He's like, hey, remember when he vomited everywhere? And I'm like, yeah.
God. What can I say? I rallied.
A big old cigar. Yeah, you were fine. Wasn't it a big old cigar they made you smoke?
Yeah. I got. Listen, hanging out with the they're not called dickheads for your show. What do we call them? The problemers, the problemites,
boys.
The problemists.
You still got dickheads, but then my guys are the Vito files. I don't know what the community is known as.
Well, it was definitely a dickhead who gave me the cigar. And totally guilted me into it. He saw me smoking a cigarette, and he's like, no, you need a cigar. Quit being a pussy. And I'm like, all right, I won't be a pussy.
Yeah, I've learned, because I've gone to these shows with Dick, and dickheads come up to me every 2 seconds. They go, oh, Vito, I love the show. I go, oh, thanks, man. They go, you're so funny. I go, great. And they go, here, take this MDMA. And I'm like, I don't feel like it's going to help me tonight. I got to be on my game doing the show. They're like, no,
why couldn't I get the cold drugs?
Bathroom. You don't want it. You don't want any of it.
I got a fucking cigar. No one came and handed me weed or MDMA. That might have been funner. But before I start, I have to ask you: can I smoke a cigarette?
Yeah, you can smoke a cigarette. I think.
All right, good.
In the privacy of your own home.
No, listen, man. Because my problem is a clean lung supremacist, man.
Lung supremacists.
I'm sorry, virgin lung supremacists.
Oh my!
Everywhere I go, it's they get priority for fucking everything. I was at a restaurant yesterday, Vito, in the fucking smoking section, enjoying myself, And out of nowhere, this family decides to sit in the smoking section. And what happens? Oh, I'm not allowed to smoke there anymore. So they get
unreasonable.
I think so.
To you?
Oh yeah, they didn't want to serve me food anymore. They're like, "Sir, you can't smoke out here now. There's a child there." And I'm like, "But if I go to the other side of that fence with all the other second-class citizens, I could smoke." Huh?
I think I broke up for a second. I'm saying because a child was there, they were able to deprive you of your rights as a smoker?
As of my right to end my life sooner because the world isn't worth living in, yes.
Well, that's just un-American.
I think so. It's some communist shit, I'll tell you.
How often do you find yourself in this scenario where people come down on you for your smoking?
All the time. Have you ever tried to ride? When's the last time you were able to smoke in a hospital, Vito? Let me ask you that.
It's a good point. I haven't been able to smoke in a hospital for a while.
Exactly. And I'll tell you, and that's another problem, because if cigarettes are as bad as for you as they say they are, then wouldn't the hospital be the best place to be when something happens because I'm smoking? But no. Fuck me. Kill me, I guess.
Well, it's just not fair these days. You know, the government's always trying to step in, trying to keep us down.
Trying to ruin everything. And then they got rid of menthol cigarettes for my melatonin brothers, or whatever that drug is called.
The melatonin brothers?
What is it? Melatonite, that drug that makes you black?
Oh, melanotin.
Yeah, that shit. Because you don't just turn black. They're probably going to want to start smoking menthols. And now they're going to be deprived of those. You know, they got rid of menthol cigarettes too.
Yeah, we got to, you know what, taking away the menthol cigarettes, I don't know what that's about. That seems very, let's be clear.
Anti-black.
It's a little racist, a little anti-black.
I agree. But yeah, that was my problem, Vito. And tell Dick I'm not going to throw up in his fucking studio if that ever comes up again.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Steven, you got anything to promote? Anything coming up?
Unfortunately, I'm on the road right now working. My next show is going to be in September. It's the one I invited you on if you want to come down and say hi. But yeah, just check us out, the Wrigley Comedy Show.
Maybe we'll make something happen.
Yeah, I'm just on. I promoted it mainly on Facebook because it's like a neighborhood show. But just look up Wrigley Comedy Show on Facebook, and it'll pop up on there. And I have a YouTube channel called Comedy Chew. Didn't want to put Wrigley in there. Didn't want to have to deal with the fucking lawyers.
Yeah,
but
the Comedy Chew on YouTube. People go
subscribe.
Yeah, man.
And Vito, I had something else to add too. Carl was talking about child sports and shit. He didn't mention the best part about child sports. Did you know that a 15-year-old soccer team beat the world champion female team?
I did see that. So women can't even beat small children. It's an embarrassment.
Oh yeah, it's total embarrassment. It's a shame to watch. It's like the Simpsons episode of soccer, watching female soccer players.
All right, Steven. Well, we're breaking up for some reason, but I appreciate you coming by. Have
good
fun,
to see you.
Steven. Guys, subscribe to the Comedy Chew on YouTube. And you know what's great about this show? You know what really makes the biggest problem in the universe? Me. I'm the most important part. But you know what the second most important part is? Probably Dick. Then probably, I don't know. There's like a million other things. But somewhere on that list is our great fans, our wonderful listeners who continue to make this show better than ever. And right now in the chat is a link to a StreamYard stream. If you click on that link, you jump in the StreamYard, you will be able to entertain us and regale us with your biggest problem in the universe. Here's how this is going to go. Don't waste my time. That's about it. If you start wasting my time, I'm going to kick you. But we're going to bring in a great listener of the show, big fan of the show. Sid Wen is here.
Hello,
How
Vito.
you doing, buddy?
How's it going?
Where are you calling from?
South Shore, Massachusetts.
Ooh, a Massachusetts boy like myself.
Yeah. So
fantastic.
I guess I'll just jump right into it. The biggest problem in the universe is phony welfare queens.
Phony welfare queens. Put it on the board. Go ahead.
These people, they they make people lose support for this system that's supposed to be a net to catch people. It incentivizes people to become dependent, and it ultimately reduces their quality of life. I got this friend. He claims he can't walk, but here's the thing. Everybody knows he can walk.
Right.
And he gets mad whenever anyone says, hey, why don't you just go, get a job, He starts coming up with reasons.
Oh, he's got excuses.
Oh, yeah. He's got these projects that he's working on. He's got this tabletop role-playing game that he's trying to...
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm sure everybody's got somebody like this in their life.
Somebody who refuses to just go outside and walk and instead busies themselves with pointless nerddom topics and problems.
Yeah. I mean, if you could give them a shout out, just say, Krim, go get a job.
Guys, how is my audio? I'm so confused. Hold on. I want to hear my audio real quick. I think I sound fine. I don't know what anybody's complaining about. Well, Sidwen, what do we do about, is he on welfare, this guy?
Oh, yeah. Total welfare queen.
Oh, well, yeah, you're just taking money from the state. We can't have that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's, it's hard to deal with because what are you going to do? You're going to, barge into people's homes and, shove them off their computer chair and say, you can walk.
Well, that's how you get them. All right, Sidwen. Phony welfare queens, thanks for coming by. And get the hell out of here. Kick from studio. Dr. Kevin, I'm also kicking you to make room for more people. Unfortunately, I can only have 10 people in the queue at a time. I need to upgrade if I want more than 10 people. $50 a month for more people in the bed. I'm not paying $50 a month. I didn't even realize I was paying for this. I'm paying $25 a month for StreamYard? Fuck. That's a lot of money that I've been spending. I haven't been using this in months. Oh, that sucks. My biggest problem in the universe is subscriptions you forgot about. Well, DTB is here. DTB, your audio's fucked. Fix it. That was DTB. Fix your microphone. Here's Robert.
My biggest problem in the universe are hypocrisy hollerers. Right?
Hypocrisy what?
Yeah, hypocrisy hollerers. These people who they look at their political opponents and they go, you're being a hypocrite about free speech.
Hypocrisy hollerers. Oh, so like guys who know about how free speech works. And then people...
Yeah, exactly. But on the flip side, the other problem are the people who, get all flustered at being called hypocrites. Just be honest. Just say, sorry, my phone's ringing. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no. My phone's ringing. Give me a second. Get the fuck out of here. Terrible problem. JetBet Figure Dick is here.
What is up, Vito?
What's
the
up,
biggest
buddy?
biggest problem in the universe, AI safety weenies.
Yes. Tell me about them.
All these guys are saying, you got to be worried about AI. They're going to kill everybody. It's going to say racist things. It's going to make deep fakes. Dude, whatever, man. Just give me an AI that I can use in the privacy of my own home to have racism for my personal use and pornography for my personal use. And then I'm good. I don't care. That's fine.
I think that's what we want. Yeah, people need to get over it.
I just want a racist porn generating AI that I can use in the privacy of my own home. And then you safety weenies can go fuck off and do something else. That's all I need.
I'm okay if the robots run everything as long as they give me a holodeck and a sex bot and a food generator. I'm fine with it. They can have the planet. They can turn me into a battery. That's the one thing about the Matrix that doesn't make any sense. Is the Matrix? Well, I guess they said you can't have a perfect Matrix. All you have to do is have a Matrix where, at the end of the day, you come home from work and a hot Asian girlfriend jerks you off, and nobody would have rejected the Matrix. They would have been like, you're gonna have to be kind of shitty, but if you just gave them an Asian jerk off girlfriend, they'd be like, well, at least I still got Yuki Suki. I got no problem with this. That's all they needed to do. But they didn't give him anything. They just trapped him in hell because the Wachowskis are sick. Because all they get off on is pouring women into tight leather and imagining themselves wearing it. This is going off the rails. JetBat, anything else?
Send me my pins. Thanks, Vito.
All right. Jet Bat is going to get his pins. I almost sent them today, and then I didn't. Tic Tac Paddywhack is here.
Well, there we go. All right. Also, I got to do that. I'll get to the problem. I got to defend Krim real quick. He's a crippled, disingenuous, not the best looking, bedridden loser. That's why he doesn't have a job. That's why he's part of the welfare state.
Oh,
anyhow,
Krim is the one on welfare.
Yeah. Anyhow, continuing to the problem. People who speak urban. You get what I mean by urban?
Urban speech is the biggest problem.
But more specifically, when white people speak urban. You want to be my urban yo?
Urban.
Like ask.
I don't think you're allowed to do it. I don't even think you're allowed to. I don't think you're allowed to paraphrase it. I think that's going to get us.
I don't think it will. Vito, you can't say that because you've done something very akin to what I'm saying right now.
I'm part black. I'm sure.
I am too. You know, I'm 12.5% native. They're brown. Black people are brown. Boom, bada, bing. One in the same.
I think if I got a 23andMe, it would say you're half black.
I think I got 23andMe. I get some casino money, but that's not the point here. People who say, you know, when you see a pretty little white girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, going, you know, she out like this and that, and you just think, I had to slap the shit out of you, little girl. You should not be talking like that. Her dad probably sounds like, you know, you can't talk like that and all this. It's like you should be slapped in the side of the head. I know you're listening to Little Dirk and the black girls at school are bullying you, but come on now. Okay.
That's how the white girls always get in trouble is they start speaking urban and then they think they got that N-word pass. And that's a lot of white women get woken up by the N-word situation.
And then Takesha at school grabs her by her pretty blonde hair and throws her into a locker. And, you know, then we all do the white people stare where you look at each other and acknowledge black foolishness. You know, it's one of those kind of deals.
Well,
but
I'm not about that. But I do see a lot of videos of white ladies getting beat up by black ladies, and I go, well, she learned a lesson today. You know,
or you see them singing the rap music, and it's like, come on now, you shouldn't be doing that.
You can't be singing along.
You know, Taylor Swift is made for you, okay? Not Ice Spice, okay? That's the situation here.
White women speaking urban.
That's the problem. Vito.
Lock it down. Thank you, Tic Tac Paddywhack. And we're bringing in Noah is here. Hello, Noah.
What's going on, Vito?
You dressed up for the occasion? My God.
Yeah, you like this? It's like
you got an ascot going.
Yeah. I think the biggest problem in the universe is like true crime girlies. You know those like women who they listen to true crime stuff and that's fine. Like I think it's interesting too. But then they like develop main character syndrome because of it. So they're like, oh man, like I've been listening to this podcast and like it's like the same thing was happening to me in like the grocery store parking lot. This guy was following me. And they just have this brain worm from watching like true crime docs or whatever. And I just can't stand it.
Yeah. How many of our problems tonight are going to be white women?
Well,
women's soccer. We got, let's see. Well, we had white women speaking urban. I feel like a lot of our problems come down to it. Now, what would you call this problem again? I got to put it on the list.
True crime girlies. Like,
true crime girlies.
And it's like they're like that. And there's like a weird subsection who like are like actually like really into it in like a fucking weird way too, and they don't want to admit it. So they act like they like create scenarios in their head to like be involved in the situation. It's like, lady, I do not think this is a situation you want to be involved in. You're talking about someone like fucking dying here, and you're like fantasizing about it.
Well, Noah, I have to tell you something, and you're not going to want to hear it, but you just got a big X because True Crime Hysterics appeared on bonus episode number 2.
Damn.
You have failed. Get out of here, Noah. You fucking lose. Guys, you can't repeat a problem. It's the one rule. I wish I had a buzzer. Bam! You failed. True Crime Hysterics bonus episode number 2. A little too close. Leaves is here.
What's up, Vito? How you doing?
What's up, baby? How we doing?
Hey, man. All right, here's the biggest problem in the world. All right, it's false gratitude with a sub problem of family asking you to take care of their pets. All right,
false gratitude with a take care of my pet's kicker.
Yeah. All right. My aunt and uncle ask me to take care of their pets because they're going out to a musical. They're going with their friend that they say that they haven't seen in like so long, and it's their beloved friend. All right. The kicker is I went to a musical with them and this friend of theirs last month, and they took like 10 minutes of my time just nagging my ear off about how much gratitude how great of a service I'm doing for them taking care of their pets tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. You just saw her. You just saw her. I love them, but that really kind of bugged me yesterday.
So they're really
That's all I
pouring it on
got.
thick, you're saying. They're really trying to make you feel, and they don't care that much.
Yeah. I know that they're making up. They're trying to embellish how grateful they are to make me feel good about it.
Gratitude, they'd slip a 50 in your pocket, right?
Yeah. There you go. No work for no pay.
Bullshit. Thank you, Leaves, for coming by. We got Erik Wong is here.
Hey, Vito, what's going on?
What's going on, buddy?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I have another problem involving women. I'm
not surprised. What do we got? What is Erik? Hold on, let me ask you the question. We gotta get a format going. Erik, what is the biggest problem in the universe?
The biggest problem in the universe is the wall. I just turned 33, so most of my friends are around the same age, and around that age, the mid-30s, the early 30s, is the time when women start getting really ugly.
Yeah.
So I had a good-looking group of friends for a very long time. We'd party a bunch in my 20s. It was great. Everyone's squatting up, looking great, and one by one, all of the women, most of the men too, all of the women got dumpy, fat, ugly. And now I don't want to be seen in public with any of these people anymore. They make me look bad.
Are you dating any of these women?
No, I'm married to a woman
who
is
definitely... How does this affect you in any way?
Definitely affects me because I want to look at attractive people. And when all of your friends turn ugly, it's hard to look at attractive people.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The wall that women hit where they become unattractive. That's what we're going with.
It's the worst.
All you poor women, all the poor women in our audience, listen, these men are psychopaths.
Don't get old. Don't get old. Don't get ugly.
You age gracefully. We find you all beautiful. All these guys don't have a chance with you anyway. Thank you, Erik. Here's where I do a little reminder. Super chat the fucking show. What is this? I'm looking back at this chat, and there are like no fucking super chats. Guys, is this a charity that I'm running? Am I just here to be a little monkey? If I'm a monkey, then I want the nickels. You go to the zoo, you throw a peanut at the monkey. Where are the super chats? We will do the super chats tonight. But come on. Get a couple bucks in the chat. Let's do it. Jim is here. Jim.
Hey, what's up, Vito? How are you?
What is going on, buddy? What is the biggest problem in the universe?
So I'm kind of sick of the misogyny tonight, so I'm going to diversify our problem a little bit. I'm talking about the non-binaries. Well, drunk.
The non-binaries.
Yes, my biggest problem is a sect of a certain fan base that I think needs to be criticized. It is the adult Bluey fan base. I don't know if you've heard of this, Vito.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my. Okay, so I know most of y'all grown adults have not watched the show. I have little siblings in my girlfriend's family, so I've seen the show a little bit. It's a kid's show. And, there's some good kids shows.
It's a good show for kids. It's not like a bad show.
It's fine for kids. Yeah. It's like, but it's a show for 5-year-olds. It's a show for fucking 5-year-olds. And there are good shows for kids. Avatar, great story, amazing characters. There's like Gravity Falls, wonderful writing. It's fantastic.
Gravity Falls is hilarious. Absolutely.
I know. And then even something for more like little kids, even like, My Little Pony. I get the appeal because let's be fair. They all just want to fuck the horses, right?
Yeah.
Right. There's like the rainbow. I don't fucking know. Anywho,
Rainbow Dash.
Bluey, yeah, Rainbow Dash. I don't fucking buy the Bluey.
No, wait, the hot one's the one who speaks like a little fucking European princess.
I've never watched.
The one who's like, "Ooh, please fuck me, please," and you're like, "Yeah, all right, let's do it." She's got a way of speaking. It's pretty good. I guess she doesn't say that on the show. It's probably only in the porn she says that.
Not even gonna follow that up.
All right.
Bluey fans though, what the fuck is there? It's literally like Dora the Explorer. It's a show meant for kids. And I think, the excuse I've always heard is it's like, it's to help relate to the fact that I didn't have a childhood. I didn't have that growing up. And it's like, no, here's what it is. Because I know rich white people, I've lived with them my entire life. It's wanting to live in that infantilization of your life. I don't know if this is like too stupid or not, but I actually found an article. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just have a few like little parsecs. I'm going to see if I can pull them. Would you want me to do that, or is that stupid?
Pull the names of what?
Just there's an article I found, and like there's just a few quotes. Like,
yeah, sure. I mean, I agree with your hypothesis that I keep seeing all these like, and it's like 20-year-olds, and they go, "You don't understand. I wasn't allowed to have a childhood because I grew up in an abusive household. So this is my." And I'm like, "Bitch, you grew up in America. Like, there's no way that your childhood was that bad."
I don't even think that's true for like 5. I think it's only true for like 5% of them.
You lived in a first world country with access to health. You're a white person in a first world country with access to health care and education. I didn't even get to have a childhood, so this is how I cope. And you're like, okay, fine, sure.
It's fucking bullshit. Okay, the main thing from the article, I'll just say this about it, just because I'm running long. The one thing they said is it focuses on play. That's the main theme of Bluey. And like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's what you're getting. That's what makes me realize, okay, it's not about like abusive bullshit or whatever. It's about I want to be a little kid again because my life is hell and I live like in a depressive state constantly. Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't buy it for a second. I just think
everybody has a fucked childhood, but then you grow up and like you become an adult.
Right.
And for some reason, like we're not doing that. I mean, I also argue part of the problem, see, this is a good problem because I agree with you wholeheartedly. Part of the problem is it used to be like, well, you have to grow up because that's how you get like a job and you make money. But now it's like, no, you can be a giant toddler. I mean, look at me. Come on. What is this? And make money that way. Like there is no longer an incentive to be a adult human being. And I think that's the problem.
And then, I'll say one little thing. There's like also like they pretend that it tackles deep themes. Like, the article said, like, first of all, advocating for yourself. What an adult theme. Learning to Did you not? You grew up in fucking Massachusetts, whatever, like Amherst, right? I don't remember.
You're right. Yeah.
I'm sure that's all that you fucking talk about. And then the other one was like infertility. What the fuck? How the fuck does Bluey?
Wait, there's an infertility episode of Bluey?
Dogs talk about infertility.
Well, I mean, I guess you run out of topics after a while. So is your problem Bluey? Is that the problem?
No. Bluey is a fine show for little kids. If you're a little kid, if you're a little 5-year-old in the audience,
tell me what is the biggest problem in the universe one more time.
It is adult Bluey fans. Best of luck losing your weight, man. As someone who was originally 310 pounds, you fucking got it, man.
I'm well on my way, I think. I hope.
Cheers to you. I believe in you, man. You got it.
We'll see. And we're gonna use the super chats tonight to get me a big old pizza. You know what? Let's actually read some super chats real quick to knock them through. Pop quiz for $19.99. Hello, Pop quiz. Captain Boomies for 10 asks, why didn't Vito get to go on vacation? Because Dick is a rich man who is allowed. He just goes on fancy fun vacations, and then I don't even know where I'm going with this. You know what? I got nothing to say. It's great. I'm not mad at Dick for going on vacation and blowing off our show. That's fine. Let's see here. We also had a super chat come in from Kara, $2 says, let's go. Thank you, Kara Fro. Moderator to the stars. We had ASE Presents, who was invited on the show but did not come. But that's fine because he gave us $10. Says, some more charity. Says, we noticed you are not on vacation tonight. Yeah, guys, let's be clear. Dick has all this money and can go on fun vacations. I'm going to die in a ditch if this stupid comic book thing doesn't work out. So buy the comic, get some super chats. Don't forget Indiegogo. You can still get it. Dumb username for 5 says, I saw your video with Nassim. The most shocking part is how thin you were. I don't think I was that thin back then. I don't think I've gained that. I mean, I've gained some weight. Robert Cook for 5. Cheapskate podcasters are the biggest problem. Those who don't want to pay for StreamYard. Man, it adds up. Yeah, I know that for 10. This is exclusively because you have good taste in hot horses, he says. Apparently, I picked the good hot horse from the My Little Pony show. Oh, there's a bunch of super chats I missed. I'll have to do those later. So I know I've skipped ahead. I'll go back to the old ones in a second. D for 20. Here you go. DSP would be proud of your e-begging. Thank you. That's why we're here. Busted Knuckle for 20. Biggest problem in the universe. Female employers, I don't take them seriously. You're not intimidating. We're just not leaving the women alone tonight. And I have a hard time finding respect for the entitlement and uppity attitude We all laugh behind your back. Jesus Christ. Shout out Super Killer, woot woot. Jet Bat for 5. I love the idea of Dick and 80s Girl bringing Vito along on a European vacation to third wheel the whole time. They could buy me a gift. They could come home and have a little gift for their favorite nephew. I think that would be fair. Let's talk to John. John, what is the biggest problem in the universe?
I'll give you a choice, Vito. You can pick a real problem or a dumb problem.
You know I'm going to pick the dumb problem, baby. Come on. Hit me with that dumbness.
The biggest problem in the universe is recipes. You ever make a pasta? Vito?
Oh, I've
boiled
made pasta. I've made pasta.
On the back, what's it say? 10 to 13 minutes boil, and you're ready to go. It's never 10 to 13 minutes. They're going to 15, 16. It's never accurate. Hot Pockets, same thing. And for going outside,
it's a guesstimate. You gotta finesse the recipe a little bit.
It's instructions. It has to be accurate. This is to millions of people trying to eat bucatini, and they're throwing you this loose figure. That's not right.
There's things like, if you boil pasta at a higher altitude, you got to boil it longer.
Okay, people that like the Incas, Machu Picchu, they don't need to have accurate pasta figures. We're talking about Americans. This is pasta made for normal people. It's got to be accurate. And then outside of things like pasta, if you're trying to make an actual recipe, like a recipe out of like a Prairie Home Companion or one of those websites, you have to go through a whole story to get there. And then when you get there, again,
I'll say if you had brought here, all right, here's where you went wrong. If you had said recipe websites, I would have been right there with you. But the instructions on how to cook food, come on, you got to have a recipe or two.
What about a Hot Pocket? You put that in for what, 2 minutes, and you pull it out? Right?
I have no idea. Anyway, John, you sound like you're underwater, but I accept your problem. Have fun, buddy. That was John, whose microphone sucks, but that's fine because we love him. This guy's got to have a good problem. Hold the Truth hostage is here.
Oh, my brother Vito, what's good, man?
What is up, brother? The
truth
is being held hostage. I agree.
I'm telling you, man. I'd say the biggest problem is, man, we've chosen social issues over space, man. Think about it, man. We're like in the year 2024, and me and you are not even confident that we'll ever see Mars. You know what I'm saying? Think about that, man. All this tech, and not once do me and you think that we're gonna be going to space. Like, just imagine if we go to space and we bring the greatest sport ever, tag. We play tag in Mars or something like that.
Yeah, Mars tag.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm wondering, like, what if we land in Mars and, we end up on them aliens that say, like, get off my lawn. You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen?
How are we going to deal with that situation? Well, it is obviously sad that the human race had such great ambition to make it into space and to become a spacefaring civilization, and now it's all been set back because of pointless bickering and religious wars. And you're right; it has become we're regressing as a society.
Yeah, but Vito, let me ask you: does that, when you bring that up, does that make the boomers technically the greatest generation because they were focused on going to space, races for technology? And we're like focused on, I guess, what gender is a dog or some shit like that.
Well, the problem with the boomers is they didn't plan ahead. They were just like, everything will be fine forever. And they got a little greedy, and they're like, and we can take a little off the top for ourselves. I mean, we're doing such a good job. And it kind of got us into this state where everybody's so dissatisfied and miserable and fighting all the time that you kind of look at those guys and he goes, why didn't you guys? You had all this time after World War II. We were the richest nation on earth. It was a time of incredible prosperity. Why did you not sit down and go, okay, let's structure a perfect society? Instead, you're like, let's go bomb Korea. Let's go bomb Vietnam. And you're like, no, stop. None of that matters. Like, figure something else out. So let's fight endlessly with the Soviet Union.
You're saying they had all the resources, they just didn't do nothing. While we're trying to rebuild from nothing. Is that what you're saying?
America's big plan was we got to stop the spread of communism, and I can understand their motivations in doing so, but they kind of neglected everything else. And at the end of the day, they kind of botched the shit out of it. Like Vietnam was a disaster. All the puppet dictators we set up, that didn't work out at all. So we kind of just wasted a lot of time when we could have been establishing, the golden shining city of God.
Well, dude, I mean, think about it, man. Star Trek, a show from like the 50s, is still more advanced than us in the year 2023, man. It's sad, man. When we look at it, it's like the future is, very slow. But I want to say one more thing, is I don't want to waste your time like that, is, man, be careful. I heard there's a lady named Altona is calling.
No, not Altona. She's the most powerful.
Yo, Vito. They call
she calls her brother, I'm in big trouble. That's what I gotta watch out for. All right, hold the truth hostage. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for coming by. What a great guest. If the extended ISOM cast comes for me, I'll be in big trouble. I've just realized I should have cleaned up. I'm so embarrassed that there's just a bunch of boxes and crap as my backdrop, but what are you going to do? DTB is back with his fixed microphone. Yes.
That's good, bud.
That sounds much better.
How's it going?
DTB, what is the biggest problem in the universe?
The biggest problem is vacation book readers.
Vacation book readers. That's
you book a flight. You go on the flight to Mexico or somewhere exotic. You take a cab all the way to your hotel. You get to the hotel, book yourself. Then you go to the pool, and then you just whip out a book to escape from the escape that you had.
Right.
Dude, just get in the pool, drink some all-inclusive tequila, and quit being a nerd.
The only acceptable time to read a book on vacation is when you're trapped on a plane, or you gotta wait for your cab or something.
Yeah,
but
man.
if it's like your time, don't be reading a book.
Yeah, dude, enjoy the beach, buddy. You don't want to just
don't even read a book on the plane either, because the plane's got movies now, and movies are better than books. Don't be an idiot. Watch a movie.
Yeah, that's all I got, bud.
All right, man. That's a good one. Thank you, DTB. Book readers on vacation. I wonder if Dick's deep in any books on his Tour de Force vacation. We'll find out. Stevens is here.
Hello, Dick, or Vito.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
The biggest problem in the universe is landscapers.
Landscapers?
Yes, landscapers. Well,
fascinating.
As you know, a majority of them are rather short and of Spanish descent. So they have
I don't know why that's relevant, but go ahead.
Well, they have a lot of trouble seeing over the wheels of their big F-150s and shit.
Sure.
So they drive slow as shit of the fucking of the back roads of Western Connecticut, which I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
And we like to drive fast as fuck here. And also, they're all fucking alcoholics, and they come to the fucking liquor store that I deliver, or where my pizza place is that I work at. And so they pull in with their big ass trucks and with their trailers and shit in the tiny ass parking lot. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Stevens, I gotta be real. I feel like you're just tricking me into accepting the problem of Mexicans. I feel
it's landscapers in general.
It's landscapers more than anyone else.
Yeah, it is landscapers. And they also, especially the lazy ones who just blow the grass into the fucking street and do nothing about it. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Sure. Okay, thanks, Stevens. I think he just wanted to complain about Mexicans. I don't think that was a landscaper problem. Am I wrong? They're all very short. That's not a landscaper thing. They all come in and get all right. Landscapers. Let's put it on the board. Jesus Christ. The Pokemon guy is here.
Hey, what's going on, Dad? How you doing?
How goes you screwed up my stupid graphic at the end of the show. I gotta fix that because of you.
Well, I mean, that's part of the reason why I wanted to come in here today. So my biggest problem is people who can't copy and paste.
Oh, okay.
So you wanted me to call you father. I listened to your advice. We bought a condo last year. We're trying to make adult investments here.
That's good. Good. You get some stocks? You got any stock?
We got some stocks. We got a 401k going.
My stocks are hot today. Oh
nice.
My God.
I'm glad to hear it, man. But I just want to come in and be like, you try to support a man, you become a fan, you buy his $300 package so you can support his comic book, make sure he has
can
something
afford
to
it
eat.
with all that Pokemon money, all that money you've stolen from children.
Of course, obviously,
Okay.
right? We want to pay it back to the community.
Sure.
But yeah, you hope when you give somebody some money that they could spell your name right and just copy and paste it in there. You're trying to understand the limitations, and then they just go and make fun of your name. It hurts.
Well, first of all, just don't use this stupid fucking German E, this Nazi E.
But it's the right way to do it.
I don't care. It's anti-Semitic. Take it out of your name. Second of all, I copy and paste it from the fucking spreadsheet, but because of the font I'm using, the font doesn't have that character, so it turns it into jibber jabber. Ooh. And I have to go in and change it to a regular E, which I normally do 9 out of 10 times. This time I didn't do it. And everybody, I keep getting messages going, hey, I noticed the graphic at the end of the show. There's a minor error of who cares? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Leave me alone.
I just want to say, man, I love your comedy and I love you. I just want to be able to support you. So, if it's a software limitation, I get that, but can't we just change the font?
It is a software limitation. No, I can't change the font. I'll change your anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish name. Okay, because I know what you're doing. I know your dog whistle. All you Pokemon guys, you spell it that way. I know what that dog whistle is, and frankly, I find it despicable.
Nah, okay, all right. I'll take it.
Tell me you love Israel.
No, I don't love it.
All right, that's what I thought. Get out of here! Get out of here, Pokemon guy, you German Nazi bastard. Real quick, why don't I check in on some super chats, which I had open in a window and have now minimized the window to make my life harder. In the meantime, why doesn't everyone say hello to these two stupid cats who are, well, that's not going to work. I would have to change cameras to make that work. I have 2 cats on my desk taking up all the space, driving me nuts. Guys, don't forget all the super chats you send to the show. Do I got to give Dick half these super chats? I think Dick gets half this money to spend on his frivolous vacation. Oh, Vito, I know we have an important podcast, but I have to go dick around and have fun. Will you toil away? How many times have I missed the show? I think once. One time I went to a wedding. Why? Dedication. Dedication. Have I missed the show once or twice? Let me know in the comments. Koof for 2. Thank you all for not killing yourselves. Thank you, Koof. Jay Thompson for 2. Someone get Nick Fuentes to call in. Come on by, Nick. Come say hi. Eck for 5. Do a fat watch on Vito so for missing weight again. I get an extra week till weigh-in. So I just got to cut this week. We'll see what happens. Eric Wong for 2. Biggest problem, absent co-hosts. I agree. Claptrap the Destroyer for Big 10 says, man, I love Vito and Carl from Who Are These Problems? That's pretty good. Riley for 10. I'm not calling in because I don't have any problems in my life. That's not true, Riley. You know what? You're killing it. Sure. Red for 5. This is like lighting the bat signal and Batgirl and Aqualad show up. Fuck you. Hugh Jazz for 2. Review of the Target Stroker when Vito. It's a piece of plastic you put your penis in. What can I say? It's fine. It was like $15. Sometimes when I'm taking a bath, I look at that thing and I go, I could jerk off. I don't, it's not a necessity, but I think it's a little bit, it is slightly more preferable than just using your hand, especially if you're in the bathtub. And I put what do I put? I put a little lotion in there. Not too much. If you use the wrong lotion, though, it burns your dick. Just a warning if you get the Target Stroker. Nathan Efrat for 2. Dick Masterson is a recession and a radio. No idea what that means. Hold the Truth Hostage was here for 5. Vito, respect it. Doesn't sound straight to say this. Vito, where is Dick? Respect. And Altona is calling her brother Isom for you. Bring Super Killer. Oh, my God. I better bring. I'm worried about Altona calling up Isom. And see what happens. Let me see really quick. Jihado Bot for 5. Biggest problem are women who claim to be empaths, but can't do a basic room read to see that nobody wants to hear them talk about it. Good problems, guys. Good problems. And you know who else has a good problem is Jay Sweat is here.
Hey, what's up, Vito?
What's up, buddy? What is the biggest problem in the universe?
The biggest problem in the universe is car repairs. Like, I will sit there and I will watch a million tutorials on YouTube. Every time I get into the vehicle, something in the vehicle I'm working on is different than every video online. So what takes them 5 minutes ends up taking me an hour. And then, with my luck, tonight I tripped the anti-theft device in my radio and had to spend an hour figuring out the code to unlock it. Just a huge pain in the ass.
I had one of those situations. Right now, my code is missing. The thing is, I don't use my radio, so I've just let it be like, enter the code. I've been ignoring it.
Oh, well, I'm fixing my girlfriend's radio, so unfortunately, ignoring it's not an option.
Oh, does she use the radio? She a radio gal?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, not bad. Not a bad problem. Not as good as my problem, I think, was armchair mechanics, guys who tell you fixing your car is the easiest thing in the world. But pretty good problem, Jay Sweat. I'm going to put car repairs on the list. Get out of here. Scraps says, hi, everybody. Hi, Scraps. Scraps is here. Who else is here? There's Mud, who's they're like a yin-yang type situation right now. Here's my biggest problem is having a giant desk that is completely taken over by your stupid cats, which forced me to buy this. I had to buy a keyboard slider so I have anywhere to put my keyboard, because all day long, these guys, they hate the heat. So they just lie on my stupid desk all day long. I'm all out of Q-tips. Oh, no, I do have some Q-tips. Hold on. A fan sent me these. So occasionally I have a way to get rid of them. Occasionally I'm able to take care of the cats. I just go, meh, meh. And then I go to Mud and I go, but otherwise, it has been a mess. Let me go back to my other camera here. What is my other camera? That one. Bunch of jerks, these guys, taking up my whole desk, making it impossible to broadcast, but we're going to soldier on. Here's Drew.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
What's going on, buddy? Hey, Drew, what is the biggest problem in the universe?
So I'd have to say cultural appropriation, but...
Cultural appropriation?
But there's a caveat. It's from Nazis.
Okay.
I think Nazis have stolen a lot of cool stuff. In my very far back ancestry, on the plains of the prairie, my ancestors used to make blankets with swastikas in it. And now I can't just like rep that with my 256 Native American blood. I cannot rep my ancestors' symbols. Then also, you have to admit, like the SS.
You're Native American?
256th. 256.
250. Yeah, that's sure. One drop rule.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I claim it. I don't get any casino revenue though, so it kind of sucks. But
that's bullshit.
But I mean,
I think not getting casino money is the bigger problem. But go ahead.
Yeah, my tribe was not as awesome as some others. But
so they stole the swastika. What else did they steal?
The SS is from Norse, like Norse mythology.
The Norse runes, the lightning bolts. Yes,
and those things are fucking awesome.
Could
you imagine putting that on like a sword?
That now.
Could you put that on a sword? Maybe that'd be kind of cool.
I'm not putting it on a sword. You can do whatever the fuck you want, Drew.
No, I agree.
I know how to play the game.
Obviously, there's a huge amount of implications from using these symbols, but it's just because the Nazis culturally appropriated. So,
they ruined. Here's the worst thing they ruined was black military uniforms. Just slick black, crisp, just a black uniform in general. Now you see a uniform, it's always brown, gray, tan. You're never going to see. You know what else they ruined? Colored armbands. Who doesn't love a nice little splash of color on the arm?
I don't know. It didn't look very good with Michael Jackson, so I don't know.
Well, Michael Jackson can't make every look work, okay?
I mean, he got the fedora, but yeah, I just...
The one glove, a little weird.
I want our symbols back, but it's probably going to take another world war, unfortunately, so...
Well, we'll see what we can do. We're gonna try and you try and take it back. I'm not fighting that fight, Drew.
I'll pass.
It's up to guys like you with your Native American heritage. You can go nuts reclaiming the swastika. It's your fight, not my fight. Bye, Drew. Drew's going to reclaim the swastika for his native people. God bless his heart. Somebody's saying that Jim wants to call in. I don't know if that's correct, but he is welcome to call in, and the stream link is available. We have Turkey Sandwiches here.
Hello, how's it going, Vito?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
So the biggest problem in the universe is autocorrect. Boomers from like 10 years ago, where they said it's going to make you dumber, you're not going to know how to spell, were correct.
So autocorrect boomers are the problem, or autocorrect is the problem?
Autocorrect itself is the problem because it's not smart enough. If you type a word that's technically a word, it's not going to correct it. Like people, they say the past tense of pay is P-A-Y-E-D because that's technically a word, but it's supposed to, like, they mean P-A-I-D or like I-T-S, I-T apostrophe S. For just as many times as I see, like, people use both incorrectly. I don't think people even know what apostrophes are anymore.
I think, well, now that AI is going to get in there, it's going to get way better. It's going to be able to be like, well, this is clearly what he means.
It depends, because I know like a lot of AI models are based on like, you know, reading what people tell it, and people are dumb now. So I think the AI is just going to get dumber. Like the AI isn't going to know what an apostrophe is, you know?
We'll see. I do hate when I'm trying to like use slang or like some creative swear word only I know. And it's like, no, you meant to say this. And I'm like, come on. Stop fucking around here. For some reason, every time I try to just type in hell, my phone keeps being like, oh, you mean he will with an apostrophe. I'm like, no, what the hell? I like the place where people burn forever in a lake of fire. I got to figure out what's wrong with my autocorrect. It sucks.
I find that happens too if I type like I'm gonna kill. It's like K-I-L-L. I type it right, and as soon as I type in myself, it retroactively says I'm gonna jill myself. Like it won't let you say.
There's got to be like, yeah. Okay, so here's the problem with autocorrect. There needs to be a toggle. There needs to be a button that says, "Are you a piece of shit?" And you go, "Yes." And he goes, "Okay." So when you type something that sounds like you're a big piece of shit asshole, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm like, "Thank you." That's what autocorrect needs. It needs I admit that I am a piece of shit who threatens people's lives and says horrible things about various races and nationalities and religions. And once you click that button, it'll stop fucking around.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the more traditional problem people have with autocorrect. I just mean that, like, now my problem is that it's not smart enough. Like, it needs to know, it needs context. I don't think it's capable, it's not smart enough to, like, have context of, like, W-H-O apostrophe S versus W-H-O-S-E. Like, people always use the wrong one, and, like, they're both words.
Yeah, all right, that was boring. Thanks, Turkey Sandwich. Sometimes I just realized I wasn't paying attention anymore. We were getting a little in the weeds. Sometimes an apostrophe does it. I don't. At that point, I'm bored. Vacation Book Reader is here.
The biggest problem, Vito, is internet landlord haters.
Internet landlord haters.
Well, yeah, almost exclusively. They live in apartments that cost like $10,000 a month. Why don't they just save up for a down payment on a house if they hate landlords so much? And where do they think these houses are going to come from anyway?
Yeah.
You think Bernie Sanders is just going to write a book and buy them all a house?
Well, I'm very lucky that I have affordable rent, or at least semi-affordable. I've thought about putting a down payment on a house. I just don't know if I want to live in. I don't know what part of California I would want to live in. And also right now, going to Dick's house, it's like 20, 25 minutes away, which is great because I'm lazy as shit. If I move any farther, I'm going to, I don't know.
That's why these people are disingenuous, right? They don't want to buy a house. They don't want to live in a house. They want to live in a trendy apartment, be able to move around. They don't want to be stuck anywhere, but all of a sudden they just don't want land. They don't want other people to be able to own houses and rent.
Yeah. I think people are upset at rent prices, and I think that's reasonable. I don't know if landlords are the ones responsible for that. It's just kind of like, that's the market, man. A lot of people are trying to move into places. Why would you rent your apartment for less if you could get more?
Exactly.
I get it.
Biggest problem, online landlord haters.
Internet landlord haters. Stop hating on those poor landlords. Leave them alone. Wet Bandit is here.
Hey, what's up, Vito? Thanks for not killing yourself.
Well, don't get too ahead of yourself, but sure. We'll see how long I last. Wet Bandit, what is the biggest problem in the universe?
The biggest problem in the universe, not enough black comic book creators.
Yeah.
That's the funniest shit on Twitter. Vito, I just want you to know the only reason I have Twitter is to follow you and Dick's Twitter accounts and follow all the beef that you guys start. Everyone listening to the show, please go follow these guys. That you get way more content by reading the fucking messages and arguments that you guys get into online. It's the funniest shit ever, Vito.
It's really interesting how like there's certain guys in the ISOM. I mean, people are like, Vito, why do you keep talking about this comic book? And I'm like, it's so much fun. Because like
we need more Eric Julys to make fun of. It's too funny.
We need another Eric July. I want another one because it's not just Eric July, it's the fans, man.
Yes.
Like, I have this one guy who comes at me every day and he's like, Vito is paying his artist nickels. He's gonna starve his artist. I'm like, bitch, you don't know what I'm paying my artist. He's like, well, you're not paying him as much as Eric July is, and Eric July is the greatest businessman who ever lived. And your comic, you couldn't even sell your comic without having a porn. He's really mad that I did that funny, very tasteful tentacle porn cover. I was like, oh, that'll be funny. That'll be a funny thing.
It's great.
And he's like, oh, you just are selling your book on shock value. It's just shock value. I'm like, bitch, we made a funny cover because it's funny. He's like, Eric July would never do that. Eric July would never do anything funny or interesting or creative because that's wrong for some fucking reason. I'm like, all right, I love these guys and I hope they go forever.
Yeah, they're idiots and I love them. I love to hate on them.
They're idiots. And I don't know if you saw this. They got all excited. All right, I'm going to break some ISOM news here today. Let me see if I can find it on my feed. We are now talking about, guys, the ISOM movie. Will it happen? That's what we're talking about here today. A little bit of exciting ISOM news. And who's going to make the ISOM movie? It's going to be Angel Studios, the creators of Sound of Freedom, the anti-trafficking movie. They're gonna make. All right, so that's what we've been told. And there's actually guys on YouTube who are reporting, oh, there's going to be an ISOM movie. It's definite right now. Here's the actual quote about this supposed ISOM movie that people are trying to convince us is actually happening. Hold on, let me bring that up. Share my screen. And God, I hate Twitter. Is this one? Yes, this one. Okay, here is Tim Pool talking with the owners of whatever. I don't even know what you would call it. The guys who are running Angel Studios, the ones who just made Sound of Freedom. Will we be getting an ISOM movie?
Rippaverse. Eric July's coming.
Rippaverse.
Oh, wow. Yeah, why don't you guys, make
somebody can connect us.
Yeah. Make movies based off.
I follow Eric on Twitter, but I haven't connected with him yet.
Come on, Eric.
Take one of it. I'm not super familiar with this comic book series other than the massive success he's had with it.
He has, yeah.
Okay, so real quick, a couple things. One, people are reporting there's going to be an ISOM movie. This guy just said, I have literally never talked to Eric July in my life. So that's not a good sign. Second of all, Tim going, why not make a Rippaverse movie? And then immediately goes, I haven't read it. Why do you people keep hyping this thing up? Read the fucking thing before you keep talking about how great it is.
Familiar with this comic book series? I'm not super familiar with this comic book series other than the massive success he's had with it.
All they know is that it made money. None of them have fucking read it. It's infuriating that they go, oh, well, obviously you should spend $80 million, $100 million to make a fucking movie out of this comic book that neither of us has read. That's the ISOM dope. Wet Bandit, what was your problem? Your problem is not following Vito on Twitter?
Yes. Everyone go follow Vito and Dick.
Okay, don't follow me on Twitter because that's how we lose subscribers to the show. It never ends well. But you can try it. You can see if you like me. Thank you, Wet Bandit. We have LP Dirty T is here.
Hey, Vito, how goes it?
It's going pretty well, I think.
I hope you can hear me because I'm at work, but I just wanted to call in. The biggest problem in the universe is surprise fat people body odor.
Oh.
You see a fat person, you can hold your breath. It's like, get past them, you're all right. When you go down a hall and it's like, what the hell is that smell? It's a fat person that must have walked through here.
I had a
we can't have society allow this.
Where somebody told me that another person told them, it was like hearsay, that I had bad BO one day. And I think it was because, and I realized what it was. We went to go see the Suicide Squad movie, and we were stuck outside in the California heat for 2 hours in line. And I guess I neglected to bring, like an extra spray bottle of deodorant. So that's the one time I smelled bad, and I think I have a good excuse.
It's like, I don't know if the guy here probably watches the show, but it's like there's a guy here at work, great guy, but I swear to God, it's like you see him and it's like, hold your breath.
Okay, well, here's what I don't understand. Why do all men's bathrooms not have like a spray can of deodorant in them just for anybody to use? Women have a tampon dispenser. Shouldn't there be a little like deodorant that I can just spritz myself and come out
Must
smelling
be a cost
good?
efficiency thing. It'd probably be used up every day. They're like, we can't keep up. We can't keep stocking.
Put it in a little thing. I got to put a nickel in it. I got to scan a credit card.
There you go.
That's my problem is lack. I have to keep, because I'm terrified at the idea of having BO. So I keep deodorant in my car 24/7. Every time I show up to Dick's house, I give a little spray because I'm worried.
Yeah, but it's like, at least like you said, you enjoy taking multiple baths and everything. At least you're trying to take care of it.
I'm a bath hound. All day long I'm showering.
So great show. Appreciate that you did this.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to the live show. Any new details on that?
Here's the details is I go, Dick, how many seats do we need? And he goes, I don't know, I'll figure it out. And I go, well, how about this venue? And he goes, oh no, not that one, because we can't drink enough there or something. And I'm like, he literally told me, he's like, go on this website and pick a venue. And I'm like, I know nothing about putting on a live show. You have literally done this a dozen times already. Why don't you pick a venue that you think would be good? Because I have literally no idea. And he keeps saying, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then he doesn't do it. So everybody, we're all going to harass Dick and tell him he's going to figure out a venue. He has like some credit. Remember one of his live shows got canceled? I assume I can talk about this. He has like some credit. So he has like free money to pick a venue. He just has to pick one. And because he keeps putting it off, I'm sure venues are disappearing. I tried emailing a couple comedy clubs. None of them got back to me. So I don't know what that's about.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it because, I'm out of state. I would definitely love to go see this show. Celebrate.
Well, it's only 8 episodes away. That's like 2 months. We're going to get a venue. What the fuck? Instead, Dick goes on a magic fucking world vacation when he could be here planning the show. I'm going to take I'm going to take a vacation. Why don't I take a vacation?
Yeah.
I never do. I might go to Vegas, but I don't know if I'll miss the show for that. All right.
Yeah, if he can take a week off, you can take a week off.
I deserve it. I deserve it more than Dick. Dick should
all right, you take it easy, all right?
And toil. All right. We have antagonist here.
Hello, Vito.
Hello. Antagonist, what is the biggest problem in the universe?
Biggest problem in the universe would probably have to be women don't think smoking is cool.
Women don't think smoking is cool.
Yeah. So I've been in the dating world for a while. Not a single one has said, sure, I'll have a cigarette with you. No, nothing. So plenty smoke weed, whatever. But smoking cigarettes, just not cool enough.
Well, do you think like ladies used to think smoking was cool? I think some ladies still think smoking is cool.
I don't know. I think the climate has changed in the past few years.
Well, what do they think of smoke? Do they think smoking's gay? You just got to do it in a gay way. All right, because young women now think gay stuff is cool. So if you're like trying to smoke a cigarette all manly, like, oh yeah, they're gonna be like, ew, that's like toxic masculinity. But if you had like a long cigarette holder and you're like, ooh, I love the taste of nicotine. Ooh, they would be creaming in their jeans. That is what the young women want. That's what I'm going to put out there.
That may be just enough. I think cigarette holders need to be brought back. I like that.
Guys, if you want to attract a woman, smoke a cigarette like a gay man would, like a homosexual. They will be all over you. Thank you, antagonist. Riley Edwards is here. Hey, Riley. Riley Edwards with no microphone. Good try, Riley. I'm going to kick you, rejoin if you want to rejoin. We have Izaren Pup or Izaren Pup. Hello. Aaron, is Aaron up?
Yo, Vito.
What's up, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, turn off. If you're listening to the show, listen to your headphones instead or whatever.
Okay, let me mute it.
Whatever. Just if you can hear me, just talk to me.
Oh yeah, the biggest problem is you not understanding that Disney's benefits and Ron DeSantis removing them is not anything against free speech. It's just putting them back on a. It's just putting them back on a level playing field, Vito. Come on.
So
it's putting them back on a level playing field.
So Disney goes, "Hey, I have an opinion about the government, as is my legal American right. I have an opinion about a governmental policy." And the government, Ron DeSantis' Florida government, very specifically goes, hold on. You have an opinion that is negative towards the government? Time to start punishing you financially.
Okay, give me 15 seconds to expand your analogy. That's me handing my niece a candy bar, which you should understand, and then her saying, you know what? I don't like you anymore, Uncle Aaron. And I say, you know what? Give me back that candy bar. And then your opinion on that is, well, you're just trying to remove her right to have a candy bar. No, the candy bar was a privilege, just as Disney's situation was a privilege. It wasn't anything that's removing their rights or free speech. Come on, Vito. I love you. I'm a big fan of yours. I defended you for about an hour and a half in the WATP Discord today, but then I saw what you said on Twitter like 15 minutes ago. That's stupid, Vito. Come on.
Well, you don't have to defend me to the WATP Discord because it's full of pedophiles. So you shouldn't even be talking to those pedophiles. Regardless, though, you are not the government. Okay. So that analogy does not work. If you are a governmental body whose job is to fairly regulate the state, and
wouldn't a fair regulation be everyone playing by the same rules?
If not necessarily, no. Like fairness can be doled out.
So fair means unequal rules.
The government can make business deals. Not every business deal is perfectly equal. Okay, sometimes you might give a company certain leeway because they're going to bring jobs and revenue to your state. Okay, that's perfectly within reason. Okay,
I'm just fucking with you. The real biggest problem. Yeah. The real biggest problem in the universe is toilet roll placement in hotels. Because for chubby guys like me, toilet roll placement. I'm about 250 pounds.
Your knee hits the toilet roll.
No, it's either behind you to where you have to reach your arm all the way back, like you're reaching for a relay thing in a race where they have to reach back for that pole, or it's like right next, tucked into your side to where there's really no space to roll it out. That's the real biggest problem in the universe is cheap hotels with shitty toilet roll holder placements.
As always, I'm going to relate this back to one of my famous problems, lack of bidets. If we had bidets in all buildings, there would be no problem. Everybody would have a perfect shitting experience. You would never need, all you would need was a little square to wipe up a little bit of the remnants. But instead, we live in a bidetless world because it is not fair. It is not a fair world. It is not a beautiful world in which we live. We live in hell. And the lack of bidets is clearly related to that.
All right. Love you, Vito. Appreciate the time.
You. Let everyone know in the WHCB Discord know that they should leave those kids alone, okay?
Yeah, and they should try that in a small town.
Try that in a small town. All right? Boom. Roasted. You know who else is going to try it in a small town? Giant Enemy Crab.
What's up, Vito Giswaldi?
What's up?
All right, man. Well, my original biggest problem in the universe was lying about Nick Fuentes putting the Rumble logo on the top right corner.
Right.
Just like they do for Power Slap and all the other things. So it looked like it was from Rumble. But hey, I'll let you go, man. It was
from Rumble.
You didn't take out the background. Yeah, it was from Rumble, but like they put the same like logo concept like when they're doing like fucking Power Slap and shit that they sponsored.
All right. I don't know that.
Hey, whatever, man. Hey, you didn't remove the background, so we could tell, hey, this is a Vito Giswaldi production. It's all good. The actual biggest problem in the universe, I'm going to tell you this right now. It's those fucking charity 5K fun runs. You know what I'm talking about?
Charity 5K fun run. Oh, yeah, I run those all the time.
They're fucking retarded, man. Like, there's no other way to describe it than just fucking Down syndrome. First off, you're paying like $30 and they have to block an entire city street. All right.
Yes.
So, like, that's already taken like fucking thousands of dollars. So, like, your $30 donations, like fucking, I don't know. It's like at $20 now. Then you get a free t-shirt at the end. That's another $10. Then you get the fucking bib. That's another fucking $5. Now I'm pretty fucking shitty at math, but you're like $30 donation is like $5 towards cancer, which they're not going to cure. Okay.
Never.
And you have to fucking run.
Unless Biden really gets on it. He's very passionate.
He already cured it.
Oh, well, he already cured it.
He cured
and then
it.
they uncured it, sadly.
But I mean, it's just Down syndrome, bro. Just fucking sell cookies or some shit. Like 5K fun runs are retarded, and also they get in the way when I fucking try to get to work. So, biggest problem in the universe.
It's whenever they close off the streets, and you're like, oh man. One time there was a parade, and we accidentally, me and my dad were in the car, and we ran into a parade, and then we were just like stuck there because like we couldn't turn around, and then my dad was like, all right, I think this like parade's like kind of slowing a little bit, and so he like turned into the parade, and I'm like, and immediately. Like literally we had like 8 cops running up to the car like sir, and my dad just fucking booked it.
Running his inner struggle.
And I'm like, bro, did we just run away from the cops? He's like, do not tell your mom that we ran away from the cops, okay? Just don't worry about it. So yeah, turning off the fucking street for some stupid marathon or parade or nonsense. It's bullshit.
Cancer. For like cancer. Like your like $6 that you're turning in is gonna like help like fucking there's no more colon cancer anymore. We got your fucking $7.
Why does your 5K have to be in the streets? So why don't you just go do it in a mountain where nobody has to deal with your shit?
Because then women wouldn't show up.
Exactly.
I mean that's the whole thing. This is all a huge grift to get fucking women to run.
Why is every problem anti-woman tonight? Come on, you misogynists. We love women here on the biggest problem in the universe. Guys. Tell you what, we've been going for an hour and a half. Let's read some super chats and I will debate. Let's put it this way. If I get another $100 in super chats, we'll take a couple more callers. Otherwise we might cut it. Okay. So where am I in the super chats? Jet Bat for 5. Send the pins, you fat F slur. Yes. Yeah, to that for 10. This is exclusively okay. That was the horse one. Yes. Jihado Bot. Yes. Riley says you did great hosting tonight. Spend some money on your favorite foods to reward yourself. This week doesn't count, right? You guys trying to throw me off my exciting diet? I actually have to take that stupid peptides and I have to mix it with water and to inject it, and I got to do math to figure out how much to put in the bottle. And I'm going to get it wrong, and I'm going to end up killing myself by accident. Legacy for 10. Bluey's just a kid's show. That's also pretty good. No armchair psychology needed. Some people seem obsessed with it. Busted Knuckle for 20. Female employers. I don't take them seriously. We did that one. Jet Bat. We did that one. Queen Maeve for 5. Here's $5 since Dick went on vacation and didn't invite you and made you do the show by yourself. Yeah, you know what? It is bullshit. Look at how much work I put in. And then I asked Dick, I go, well, what'd you think of the Collins show? And he goes, oh, I don't listen to those. I don't listen to the Collins show. I don't respect the amount of work you put in, Vito. Oh, thanks, Dick. Thanks. Also, sell your action figures to get more pizza. Maybe I should. On the John for 10. Vito, you just said the other day you've got $40K worth of games and toys. Sell a couple figurines and enjoy a vacation every once in a while. Selling that stuff's going to take forever. My sister sent me a message. She wants to take a vacation to Japan, but I have to figure out when I could actually go. Jazz Fan for 5. Biggest problem in the universe, silver bullets. When you have a complex problem in life and some dum-dum says just lift, watch One Piece or travel, etc. Love you, Vito. Love you, Jazz Fan. Ryan Dunn for 2. Beef Airlines. Guys, if you put the word beef, it's a pretty surefire giveaway. But he says Beef Airlines. Oh, did I already screw it up? Did I say Fort? I don't know if I screwed it up. You guys in the chat are going to have to tell me. Did I screw it up or not? I think I screwed it up. I think I might have earned. I see it, but I said it anyway. Did I say 2 beef into airlines? Fuck. It's the best airline to go to Greece, he says. I don't know if they got me or not. We'd have to rewind the show. Rick for $1.49 has a picture of a peach. Cool for 2 wanted to call in but can't. Thank you for the show. Thank you for not killing yourselves. Tommy Salami for 2 says, TBF, say it, you dancing monkey. I think I might have just did it. Yeah, I guess they got me. I think they got me. Well, joke's on you guys. Dick ain't here, so there ain't nothing you can do about it. Dick sucks cocks. How's that? How's that? Let's see. PSI Chris for 2 says, get Tim Rogers on the show. Tim Rogers, of course, has an invitation. Hopefully he comes to LA at some point, and if he does, I'm going to try and force him to be on the show. But he's a busy guy, man. He's hard to get in touch with these days. Samuel August for 10. Vito, don't show your cats. Wouldn't want to be unfairly banned for showing corn. Leaves. Turkey Sandwich for 2. Fuck you, Vito. Live show in Phoenix. I'm not coming to that sweltering hellhole. Turkey Sandwich for 2 says the same thing. Gotcha. Andrew Amy for a big $100 says $100 for episode 100. Well, that's what we like to. Thank you, Andrew. Wow. I don't have any. I need like buttons I can press to celebrate, but thank you to all the fans. You guys have made this show possible. Thank you so much. Warren for 5. Biggest problem is I used to be a fan of you until Crybabies. I get those all day long. I posted a review of Barbie that says I like Barbie, and people lost their fucking minds and said, wow, you used to be cool, man. You fell off. You enjoyed Barbie? What's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not a fucking grifter who thinks every movie is a political signal for my Illuminati handlers that if I don't tell people how woke it is, the society is going to collapse. All you fucking people are taking the Barbie movie way too seriously. It was a great movie. Kara Fro for 10. We love Kara Fro, moderator of the stars. Riley, if you're here, what is the biggest problem in the universe? Biggest problem in the universe is your inability to figure out how a microphone works. One last try from your man, Martin. Martin, you failed. Guys, it's the biggest problem in the universe. Live call-in show number 3. What an incredible show we've had here tonight. We've learned so much about ourselves and the people around us. We've learned so much. We've had so many great problems tonight. Let me really quickly. Women's soccer, race-changing drugs, virgin lung supremacists, phony welfare queens, hypocrisy haulers, AI safety weenies, white women speaking urban, true crime girlies, fake gratitude, the wall, non-binaries, adult Bluey fans, recipes, social issues over space, vacation book readers, landscapers, aka Mexicans, people who can't copy paste, car repairs, cultural appropriation, autocorrect, internet landlord haters, not following Vito on Twitter, surprise fat body odor, women who don't think smoking is cool, Vito not understanding Disney's stupid tax situation, toilet roll placement, and charity 5K fun runs. I love juice. What is the biggest problem in the universe?
It's anime soliloquies.
You fucking failed at that closing out the show. You think I want to talk about anime at the 0 hour? You fucking retard. It's an anime problem. Let's talk about anime. Is that all you got? Get the fuck out of here. Guys, it's my show. I get to do a plug. Thank God. I got to remind everybody, we have been streaming games over on my main channel. If you guys have not yet subscribed to youtube.com/Vito, I gotta be honest. The algorithm is fucking me. However YouTube has things set up, it's just a complete kick in my dick. They don't give me, my subscribers don't find my videos. The subscribers who are there, look, just subscribe, and then you hit this little bell and hit all, okay? And then you'll actually get notifications. We got tons of videos going up every day. Watch my Barbie review, which should have way more than 12,000 views. It's a cock-sucking disaster that I can't get any views. All these guys get to go, Barbie is a woke disaster, and they get 200,000 views. I put out a heartfelt review going through the plot beat by beat, and I get fucked. You can also learn about Andrew Tate's new comic book. Every Wednesday, we're streaming games on that same channel. You can watch me play Zelda. Kara's over there moderating. She's great. Don't forget also, you can head on over to Indiegogo.com. You still have the ability to get a copy of Super Killer. Well, it is an on-demand. At some point, it will no longer be an on-demand. And once it exits on-demand, you will not be able to get it anymore. So go check out Super Killer on Indiegogo. We are up to $75,000, which excitingly means we've actually unlocked a number of these trading cards. I've been talking to China. We're going to get them all printed. Real quick, I'll show you. Look at these trading cards that we just added. You got a furry super killer. You get a super killer from the famous YOLO Swag Studios. If you guys know that guy, I love him. And a super killer. Who drew that one? This fat sack of shit actually sat down and drew a little something. Real quick, I'll check one more time, see if I missed any more super chats. But ultimately, I want to thank you guys. Next week, biggest problem in the universe, 100th episode, big special guest, big prizes. You're not going to want to miss it. There's no prizes, but you know what I mean. You're not going to want to miss the 100th episode. So please make sure to come on by. Also subscribe to Riley, people in the chat are saying. 100th episode coming up. Live show coming up. All right, real quick. Is this actually a woman? Mizuno.
Hello? I'm on?
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah. Biggest problem in the universe. Roommates. Up all night.
All right, I thought it was going to be a hot Asian chick, and it was not. So I don't want any of that. Thanks for watching, guys. Biggest problem in the universe. 100th episode next week. Live show coming soon. Stay tuned. Be good. Riley for 10. Plug my channel. Guys, subscribe to ASE Presents on YouTube. He's got some great stuff with Erik July if you like all that. And we will be back next week. Thanks, everybody who came by. Thanks to Dr. Kevin. Thanks to Carl from Who Are These Podcasts. Thanks to the great Stephen Torres. We love you all. Take care of yourselves. And goodbye.